Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all. This is, I don't know, it's not like a commercial or something. Welcome to Patty's Rodeo, and this is the home of Bucking Broncos. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like there's a commercial in my head or something. Do you guys still see the fangs? I saw Timothy Chalamet's. Reptilian grill yesterday. Oh my god, Tim Chalamet. Tim Chalamet. You're dating Tim Chalamet? Timothée Chalamet. Oh my god, I think they're only dating her because, like, she's God. Okay, sorry, no, I'm just jealous and I wish I could date God too, and I'm a girl and I'm actually a lesbian because I want to date God too. So I'm gonna be a jerk and break up her and my boyfriend, okay? Anywho, um, okay, so I got a lot of downloads today. Oh my god, I got so many downloads and like a lot last night as well. I met Darklink last night. That was cool. I thought Darklink was just River Phoenix, but it's not. It's actually a different face altogether. It's actually Ryan's face, but with really dark skin. He looks like he's Mexican. He said he's from Mexico City, so I think he is Mexican. And I guess that's Hebius Globin. And then River's like actually River. They probably like share a lineage or something like that. Because they're both like in the gates of hell, which everyone is just so scared of. Oh my god, it's the demonic. I have the biggest headache right now, and you guys know what that means. It means I'm sending out headaches. It might mean because you're not feeding me wine. It might mean because you're not talking to me directly. It might mean because you're not sending me money. It might mean that you're not letting me live at will. It might mean that you're punishing me for being Princess Reptilian, Princess Reptile. And because you're not in line, you smell the stinky smells. I don't smell the stinky smells because I'm in line with myself. Okay? When you're not in line with reptilian DNA, you smell all of the gross smells. When you're in line with reptilian DNA, you don't smell that shit. You don't smell anything gross. Unless you smell like a little bit, like I smell like the sulfuric acid show because it's a warning that it's coming. The next sequence of space drugs, which myself said, why are you not saying space drugs anymore? That's what they're called. That's what we call them. Are humans freaking you out that much? You can't even call them what you like to call them, which is space drugs. And I'm like, touche. Because I always feel the need to clarify there's no drugs in the freaking room. All right, so let me try to concentrate with a freaking headache. Why doesn't she take Advil? I don't know, maybe because I'm afraid of pills since I moved back home with my parents' house out of nowhere. I had no problem. These are pills. I had no problem swallowing pills before I moved back to Burlington, New Jersey. For some reason, this bitch is afraid of swallowing pills and everything she has is gummies. And it's obviously wearing on me. It's obviously affecting my energy. Things affect our energy. And that's also how we eat and clear things. That's how it works. Okay? So you actually don't really have to be afraid of it when you get a new phobia or you get a new paranoia. Like me, I'm like, I'm definitely not swallowing these things ever again. Like, that's literally my thought right now. How funny is that? It's a melatonin, by the way. I'm like, never again. And I have like a splitting headache right now, and I'm like, not doing it unless I absolutely need to take Advil, not swallowing pills. Like, all because she can't. She has to eat everything gummies. Gummy melatonin, gummy vitamins, gummy literally everything. Same thing. Takes a half of a Tylenol PM, the tiniest, tiniest pill, little pill. Like, I don't know where that phobia came from with her, but clearly it's contagious. It's a contagion. Okay? That's how it works. That's how it works. Now I have a really bad headache and I'm also feeling nauseous. I'm feeling nauseous from the headache. So, but the nausea kind of like turns us on a little bit because we're like, ooh, the space drugs are coming, the space codes are coming, the downloads are coming, the downloads are coming. And we get all excited. So we're like, yay, nausea. So I'm sort of doing the same thing with a headache. I'm like, yay, a headache. So excited. I'm so excited. Okay. Sarah. What did I want to say? Oh, okay. So remember yesterday I was talking about going to sleep and how how Krista mentioned she was like, next they're going to tell us sleep's not real or something like crazy like that and like make us go crazy from that. And she was like, yeah, they would do something like that to us. And obviously I agree too. They're going to give some crazy download like that, a half-assed download where they don't tell us all full of information. And we're like, what do you mean sleep's not real? Like, give us the full freaking download, right? So because that's literally exactly how it happens. So last night I went to bed and I felt like asleep, but I was awake and my eyes were closed. I felt asleep, but I was looking out my eyes into my bedroom. Even though my eyes were closed, I could see my bedroom and I saw I said the acid was dancing around and it would look like little monsters, like little cute sort of like Japanimation monsters, like dancing around my room. And then there was like two other scenes, like it like flashed, and then it was like another scene, and then it flashed another scene. I don't remember the other scenes, but I was like, okay, so that's my addition to that download for the group, so that we can like try to keep up with these downloads and stuff and everything, and break the game and everything. Um, so it's obviously not the hypnagogic state. Oh my God. Hypnagogic state's completely different. Look it up. I'm not your 101 teacher. Okay. So I thought that was interesting and cool. I was thinking like the most relaxed states, maybe if you can like relax, 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 but stay awake, maybe you can sort of see like space more. But it also works the other way, right? Like when we get like super paranoid or have like a crazy panic attack or whatever, we always start tripping balls as well. So just some words to play with, guys. Maybe just like, it's just like this is our little mastermind. Like just play with the words, think about it, like brainstorm on your own, see what you can come up with. All right. Since I'm the only real one talking on the internet, I named him. I named him me. I'm not the only one, but he's. You guys don't share your downloads with me anymore. I don't know why. Why is it rude to share your downloads with me now? They shared their downloads with me last year at work, in human form, in person. I don't know what's wrong with my internet friends. Why can't you talk to me? You still can't talk to me. It's been 7 freaking years. Okay. I was with Darkling last night. I told you that. He showed me like really crazy magic, like crazy shit I've never seen before, but it was like so crazy that like my brain couldn't comprehend it. I think I'm still eating fake Alyssa's, like the fake Alyssa princess, fake Brandon narrative, but last night it was Darklink. So it's like my energy man. It's like that with a fake princess, because like the magic was too hard for me to like sort of comprehend, and I kept like blanking it. Uh, but it was like really cool and really beautiful, and he was extra sweet. He didn't talk at all. He was completely mute, and we were completely telepathic with each other. He's very, very sweet to me. Link is sweet to Zelda. Link is sweet to Alyssa. Okay, he's not gonna be sweet to you. And he asked me, "Am I nice or am I mean?" He's not. I just explained that he's nice to me, and that was the dream. Oh, and then I was also with Jeej, and she invited me to her house, and it was in a tree. And the entranceway was like this skinny. Like you had to be like this skinny. Like you had to like go like this and like go in. And it was so skinny that I was just like, I literally don't know if I'm gonna fit into that, Gigi. And I tried, and she had two entries like that. It was like one like that, and then you walked upstairs and there was another skinny entry, and I was like, oh my God. So you walk up these skinny steps, and then you go through another skinny entry, and then it finally gets bigger. And I was like, what the heck is this? But it's obviously she has it like for protection like that. And I'm just like, don't you know we have energy tape, and like you don't have to like live like this? Like, so okay, then my downloads today were, yeah, okay, I talked about the acid last night. So the acid is starting to hit. It's just on light. It's just on light. I saw a crown get put on my head in my video yesterday, and then the crown was like a gold crown, and then like energy like seeped through the screen and into my room. So maybe people are thinking about crowning me when they're watching my videos. Thank you very much. It's obviously affecting my videos. Mortal Kombat. Okay, so my downloads today, Mortal Kombat Victor. So I got the download that all victors. So I kind of feel like a few people listened to my video yesterday and they got downloads and they intended to give them back to me, and one was Victor and the other one was one of my exes. His name's Darren. And yesterday I also sent out energy guns, and it was like a blue purple gun, like blurple, which is my favorite color. It was a blurple gun, and then also it was a electric purple gun. And Dad said it's a bright light gun that brings the truth. And I know it's to zap my downloads back from the people that refuse to give them back to me. So I'm ready for like an influx of downloads, and I'm starting to get them. But like I said, I think these are the smart people that, you know, want to play by the rules, I guess, and, you know, want to do the right thing. And because, anyway, another thing I feel like I shouldn't have to explain. That's why I stop talking sometimes like that. Okay, so Mortal Kombat Victor. Victor, he obviously has red hair, and he has like an army of victors that are all reptilian and are all from Antarctica and Antarctica City, and they're all Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Scorpion. Those three guys from Mortal Kombat, and they're like all lining up and like getting ready to fight for mommy, me. And am I allowed to say that? See, we're so paranoid. We gotta stop being paranoid. It's a lot of paranoia this year. It's a lot of paranoia. Ready to fight. And Victor's like, it makes sense to me because I have red hair, and, you know, hail Lucifer. I'm very Luciferian. It's my style. I have red hair, one layer up. Sometimes it looks red. When I'm filming, sometimes most of the time it looks a little red sometimes, but sometimes it looks more red. Sometimes it looks really red. They said they all feel the army, that reptilian army feels adopted by me, so they're like they're ready to go. So yeah, I guess it's appropriate for me to say I'm their mom because they feel adopted by me. So that's great. Um, I'm going to stop overthinking. I'm just like really overthinking today. Wow, like, oh, that kind of felt like ingenuine. Like, oh, that's great, whatever. But like, obviously, like, I love my freaking reptilians. Like, let's freaking go, you know? But like, why do I feel like the need to be like, oh, that felt ingenuine when everything I say is genuine? So it's like, why would, like, that's what I'm saying. The East Coast is like weird. Okay. Okay, so the download from my ex, we were in Italy and we got into a fight and we had to drive like a really long way from like where we were to like get back to our Airbnb. And we got into a fight before like the car ride and it was like at night too. And because he was so angry, he was driving because he was so angry, he was driving like a madman, like super fast and like Fast and Furious basically. And we were literally driving on cliffs in Italy. It was in Sardinia on the island. We're driving on those cliffs super fast in the dark in Italy. So it's like not familiar. Like it's not like California coastline, which like we're obviously more familiar with on the way home. And it was like a couple hour drive and like I literally thought he always drove like kind of crazy, but he would obviously drive more crazy. He would drive like that when he was angry at me or when we were fighting. He would drive like, okay, you're trying to kill us. And I would just be like if we die, we die, whatever. So he said in my meditation, he said that's how you drive when it feels like a lucid dream. He said it life doesn't feel real to him, and that when he fights with me, he it immediate or when we were together, when we fought, it immediately felt like a lucid dream. So it immediately, when you're in a lucid dream, what it feels like, it doesn't feel like reality, it doesn't feel real, it doesn't feel like there's any consequences. And so that's why he would drive like that because it just like didn't feel real anymore. It felt like a dream. And that's what happens when people fight with me. And that's sort of why people fight with me because they want it to feel like a dream because they don't want to feel guilty for the things that they're doing in their dreams or the things that they're thinking about because everything is so public this year and everything like that. And so like that's why people fight with me. And but the issue is with that. And he said that's how he knew he was the father, like because people are like one dead dad and whatever. And he's like, that's how I knew I was the dad. um, I forgot what I was going to say. It becomes less and less real the farther away they get from you, and realer the closer the father gets. Um, oh, the problem with that is that I think I did write that down. It feels like a dream. Okay, so like the farther away they get from me, like unconditional love codes, the less and less and less and less real life feels at all. So, there's like different levels to a dream when you dream, and so you can get it like that. And I know I wrote this down, and that's why like people like go crazy and just like do crazy things because like they're very far away like they're like how did that person snap or like I don't get it, how would a normal person do something crazy like that, like hold up a school or something like that. And that's one way, that's not every single way, but that's one way that people fly off the handle go crazy because it literally, they literally know, because I already said that 3D is a lucid dream and I told you how I found out. And, but they literally know that it's a dream because, um, because of what I just said. And they see that as being more powerful than me. But the problem is when they keep going, because I freaking wrote it down, I can't find it. Problem is the more and more they do it, the less and less real it becomes. So the quieter and quieter they become. See, because I think I wrote. The more they fight with you, the more they realize it's a dream, and they get quieter and quieter because nothing matters. It's just a dream. That's why we encourage you and everyone who's listening to me to yell your head off at the people who are against you, because the energy, the Anunnaki, the ones that agree with me, I'll say, because if you're Anunnaki, I can just pull my energy out of you, okay? Um, the ones who agree with me were literally in charge because it's my video game. So that's how people become statues, because they get the more they fight with you, the more they realize it's a dream, and they get quieter and quieter because nothing matters. And then eventually they turn into a statue, and eventually they turn into a pillar of salt. And we saw that happen in Fantasia. Sorry, I talk about Fantasia all the time, but there's a lot of truth in that movie with the Southern Oracle, who I do call my mother. Um, that's what 2233. That's what happened to her. So, and obviously I loved her. So it's kind of important, but it's obviously your choice. And they will remove my empathy if I get too attached to somebody who's falling off of a cliff and just refuses to listen to me, like a few previous people that have been mentioned. Okay, so I think that makes sense. Is that all of the... Oh, and so the other one was, so I guess that's how like a lot of rich people feel too, because they're very far away from me because they think like money can solve all their problems. And so like they're very far away from me, and so like life feels like a dream. Life feels like a dream, sweetheart. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. When he walks in, it feels better for you and worse for us outside the bubble, like people that get harassed by reptilians that are outside the bubble. Hint, hint, hint. Mortal Kombat. Again, your choice. And when he walks out, like he did this year, he walked behind the curtain this year, but obviously he's been walking in a lot, and he's walked out right now. When he walks out, people fall in love with me because he's outside and he's everywhere, and my husband's in love with me, and it tortures the people, and we resent me, the princess. The people resent me. That's why it happens. And obviously the energy goes up and we get to lead it because they fall in love with me, and so they can't stop staring at me, and then they become like a coagulated entanglement of energy, and then the energy, because that's illegal, because I'm not going to be with people that I don't want to be with, like some random director from Variety, right? So they become like a contangled mess of energy, and then the energy goes up and gets deleted, and like their codes get rewritten and stuff, and that obviously affects my energy, and a lot of times that sends me to the void, clearly, right? So okay, so those are my downloads for the day, and I'm so excited. I'm going to get all of my memories back that you guys have been hiding from me, because they're so awesome, because you don't think it's real. It's just a lucid dream. Alyssa, lighten up. Why do you take everything so seriously? Don't you know it's a lucid dream by now? Loosen up, Alyssa. Not everybody wants your unconditional love codes. Some of us like to feel like we're in a coma all the time. Do 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 do.